Hi, I'm Sean, the author of Blue Thumb, How to Grow Psilocybin Mushrooms at Home. And in this video, we're going to talk about the importance of testing your mushrooms for potency before consuming them, whether for microdosing or for larger doses. This is a short video because the reasons are really quite simple. Let's say you've had your own grow, you grew your own supply in a monotub or in a grow bag, and you've got about 50 individual mushrooms there. You could pluck one here from this part of the grow and pluck one, hold them next to each other. This one could be a lot stronger individually than the one next to it. Even from the same grow, from the same strain, no two mushrooms are exactly alike. So if you have a friend telling you, oh, you should do 3 grams, that's the right amount. Or if you see on some social media posts that the right amount to take for this particular strain is 1.5 grams or 4 grams, or a microdose should be 0.05 grams, all of those statements are actually incomplete. And that's putting it nicely. It's actually very dangerous to say specific amounts like that without even mentioning the potency of the supply of the dried mushroom powder, if that's the way you're taking it. Because 3 grams of this mushroom over here, let's say it was a pretty large mushroom, or 3 grams of this mushroom over here could have very different experiences. Or 0.05 grams, if that was a microdose for somebody, from this particular supply, and 0.05 from this batch of mushrooms over here, very different experiences. So it's important for you to know, and easy to find out, how strong your mushrooms are. And the way you do this is, and I have a video explaining how to test for potency specifically, that link is down below in the description. But let's say you have a whole bunch of mushrooms that you've grown yourself, or grown with a friend, or obtained somehow. You dry them out, pulverize them with a coffee grinder usually, and now you've got all the mushrooms mixed together, and then you test a portion of them, and then you have a sense of the potency for the whole mixture. So now you have, let's say, a container full of dried mushroom powder. It's all going to be consistently that same potency. Now you have a starting point. So if you're microdosing, and the way I recommend people start is start at a very low dose, and week by week increase it a little bit by 0.01 grams or 0.02 grams. And at the point where you start to feel it, then that's too much, because microdosing should be sub-perceptual, meaning you don't feel anything. So you want to inch it up slowly so that you're taking it as much as you can without feeling anything. The day you take some, maybe it's a new level, and you feel a little bit off afterward, that's too much, and that tells you you need to back it down to the previous level you were at, whatever that dose amount was, and that would be your ideal microdose for that supply, because you know that potency for your whole supply. Let's say you spend weeks or months microdosing and you've used up all your mushroom powder from that supply, and you've grown a fresh batch of mushrooms to last you for several months of microdosing. Now you need to test that supply all over again, which is very easy to do, for its potency. Because if it turns out to be much weaker than the other one, then you'll know that you'll need to increase your microdose so that you still get the same effect. Or if it's much stronger than the first supply, then you know you need to start over again at a very low dose and inch your way up for a few weeks till you find your ideal amount, which should be sub-perceptual. You don't feel anything. So that's why testing your supply for potency is really important. And the same thing goes for if you decide to do a therapeutic dose or a heroic dose or any kind of macrodose where you want to feel something the same day or within hours of taking it. You want to know, is this bunch of powder, is it really strong or is it weak? And if you're an experienced user of psilocybin, an experienced taker of it, you'll have a sense over time that psilocybin that's at a medium strength, you can have this many grams. If it's very strong, you'll want to lower that amount. Or if this batch turned out to be quite weak, you can increase it based on your experience. So again, anytime someone tells you an exact amount that you should take this much for microdosing, you should take that much for a large dose, it's incomplete and it's dangerous and it's unfair. The most intelligent thing you can do is grow your own, test it yourself, and go slowly as you start to learn how to use it, and begin with microdosing. That's the best way to begin, in my opinion. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. Again, if you want to know exactly how to test for potency, Check out my other video. The link is in the description below. And if you're interested in learning how to grow your own psilocybin mushrooms at home, check out my book, Blue Thumb, How to Grow Psilocybin Mushrooms at Home. All right, take care. Bye-bye.